Hey everybody, Tony Katz, PJTV, here with Senator Rand Paul.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you, sir. I'm going to get to questions about your father, of course, but announcements about the super committee and who's going to be on it. First of all, are you a fan of the committee? And secondly, what do you think of some of the people who are on that committee?
I guess the first problem I have is that even if they meet the recommendations of cutting $2 trillion, it's cutting $2 trillion from proposed increases in spending, so it still really will be adding $7 trillion to the debt, and I don't think it's enough. I hope they do meet their goals, but the stock market's already judging that if they meet their goals, that's not enough.
When we take a look, by the way, I was going to ask you about the people on the super committee. What do you think of some of the picks from Senator McConnell?
Right. Well, I don't think it's so much about the people, and I don't have anything negative to say about the people from our side or from the other side, really, for that matter. I just think we need to have loftier goals. We need to have more significant ideas on budgetary reform. I think had we passed something that would say we would balance our budget over a 7 to 8 year period, I think instead of the market going down 2,000 points, the market would have gone up 2,000 points.
But when you see those fluctuations in the market, should people be looking at that and be concerned, or are we now at the moment where it's having a little shakeout, everything will be okay?
I'm very concerned about it. I think this is basically a vote of no confidence in the president. It's a vote of no confidence in Timothy Geithner, and I'm going to ask for a formal vote of no confidence in Timothy Geithner. I think it's a huge mistake for the country, for the president to keep him on.
You're going to ask for a vote of no confidence. What do you hope that leads to?
Well, it doesn't bind anything. It's not like in Europe where a vote of no confidence changes the government, but we have had votes similar to this. In the 1950s, we had a vote of no confidence in Dean Acheson in December of 1950, and it shows basically that we've lost our confidence. But I think the marketplace has already lost their confidence in this president, and by all measures, by all objective measures, everything he's done has made the economy worse.
Let's take a second to talk about your father running for president, doing what a lot of people are supporting him on. A lot of people big fans of his domestic agenda, his financial agenda, his economic agenda, not so much on the foreign policy side. What do you think his chances are here in the straw poll, and what do you think his overarching message is to America?
Well, I think he's been right about just about every issue over the last decade or two. He predicted the housing crisis. In 2003, they became before his committee, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, asking for $1 billion more. And he said no. He said this will lead to a housing bubble and a housing crash, and he was certainly right about that. He's been saying for a long time that we're destroying our dollar and that our debt really is going to lead to our downfall if we're not careful. And so I think the country needs somebody who has economic wisdom, who has a plan for our economy, and who understands what we've been through over the last couple of decades.
Senator Rand Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Good to see you.
Keep it here at PJTV. Much more ahead as we bring it all to you from Ames, Iowa, the Straw Poll 2011.